the knot must be untied by the person who tied it. In this simple phrase, we often find the profound wisdom of complex human relationships and leadership. Today's story is about Tian Shu, a renowned prime minister of the Han dynasty who practiced this principle more wisely than anyone. Tian Shu was a minister who served Emperor Jing of the Han dynasty. One day, the emperor was consumed by deep sorrow. His own brother, the king of Liang, had committed a terrible crime by assassinating a political rival. The evidence was undeniable. The emperor knew he had to punish his brother according to the law, but he could not bear to pass judgment on his own flesh and blood. Yet, if he pretended not to know, the legal foundation of the nation would crumble. It was at this moment that the emperor summoned Tian Shu. To the anguished emperor, Tian Shu offered this counsel: if you punish your brother according to the law, your mother, the Empress Dowager, will refuse all food and drink and lose sleep. You, your majesty, will also suffer for the rest of your life from the grief of losing a brother. This will become a grave turmoil for the nation. The purpose of the law is to establish order in the country. But what is the point if that very law brings the nation into chaos? He looked at the problem not through the narrow lens of the law's rigidity, but from the broader perspective of the nation's stability and the imperial family's well-being. The emperor, astounded by his wisdom, appointed him as the prime minister of the state of Lu. However, as soon as Tian Shu arrived in Lu, hundreds of citizens flocked to him, crying out about an injustice. Prime Minister, the king has forcibly seized our property. Please, help us get it back. The hopes of the people were now fixed on Tian Shu, but his first action shocked everyone. Instead of siding with the people, he had the leaders of the protest flogged, declaring, "How dare you sue your own lord?" The people were thrown into confusion. The prime minister who was supposed to help them had punished them instead. But news of this soon reached the ears of the king of Lu. Although Tian Shu had not criticized him directly, the sight of the people being beaten made the king realize the great magnitude of his own wrongdoing, and his face flushed with shame. Feeling embarrassed, the king immediately opened his storehouses and said to Tian Shu, "You may return the wealth to the people on my behalf." It was then that Tian Shu quietly shook his head and delivered a line that would be remembered throughout history: "Your Majesty, that will not do. If the king takes the wealth and his minister gives it back, then the king becomes the villain, and the minister becomes the hero. The knot that was tied incorrectly must be untied by the one who tied it." Only then did the king understand Tian Shu's profound intention. He went before the people himself, apologized, and returned all their property. Through this act, the king regained his lost dignity, and Tian Shu's reputation soared. Tian Shu's wisdom was not to criticize and belittle others. It was to preserve the honor of the other party, while giving them the opportunity to correct their own mistakes. Is this not the true way of a sage to untangle the messiest of knots and earn unwavering trust?